Generating leads for home and auto insurance is significantly easier than most people think. And in this video, I'm going to show you how we help agents to generate over 100 quote requests every single month. My name's Tyler. Let's get into it. Here is the non-fancy slideshow, basically teaching you how we generate over 100 quotes per month, all without cold calling, all without buying shared leads, and all without begging for referrals. So a little bit about me. My name's Tyler. I own a company called Agency Aid and ScaleOps. I started an independent agency, so I've been in your shoes. I grew the book of business. Once I hit about $1 million in premium, I was overwhelmed. So I started hiring virtual assistants. I trained them. Other agencies asked me to help them do the same thing. So we started staffing VAs. We started growing that side of the business. Then agents started asking us to help with marketing. So we started doing that. And here you can see on the screen some examples. One agent, he had a brand new producer, wrote $55,000 in new business his first month in the industry. Another agent, we helped them add 17 new referral partners, all from our system. And there's a picture of me on the top of Mount Kilimanjaro just for interest, keep you guys interested. So who is this video for? If you are a P&C insurance agent, it works if you're captive or independent, and if you're in personal lines or commercial, it works. But for the purposes of this video, we're just focusing on the personal line side of things. So anyone looking to create a repeatable system for writing new business, this video is going to help you. I'm showing you everything that we do to help our clients and how it adds up. It works for agencies that are currently stuck just on word of mouth or referrals. It works if you're currently working low quality lead vendors. We show you how to run meta ads, generate leads organically through Facebook, SEO, AI, and referral partners. I believe no single channel is the way to go. So the old way, you have probably bought expensive leads or cheap shared leads. You may have tried dropping off donuts with loan officers and hoping and praying for referrals. You may have wasted money on Facebook ads or paid some social media manager to post for you. I'll go ahead and give you a little secret. That's not going to help. Posting on your personal or your business Facebook page is not going to get leads. Facebook's pay to play. You probably have a website right now. It may look good enough, but it's probably not bringing in any leads. And month over month, you've got unpredictable growth and you need some way to change things. So here's my theory, and pardon this stool that the legs just don't work. This is an AI generated stool that I made just for the purposes of explaining this example. So my philosophy is your agency's marketing needs to be like a stool, and it needs to have multiple legs or pillars. We call these our pillars. One of which for us is meta ads. We run ads on Meta, so Facebook and Instagram. Second is Facebook organic. We do this inside Facebook groups. Third is loan officers and referral partners. And then fourth is SEO and AI. And I don't know why they changed the direction of that one. Whatever, gotta love AI. But so we have 4 pillars so that if one slows down 1 month, or if you don't have time to do one, then the others are going to carry the load. And so the new way of doing things is my system, let me move my face, called Agency OS. So it is an operating system for insurance agencies to generate business consistently. So we teach you how to generate your own exclusive leads, paid and free methods. It's copy and paste. Typically, if you're running ads with us, you're going to generate home insurance leads for between $7 and $15 a lead. Some agents are getting them for like $4 or even lower. Most people are roughly $10 to $12. And I'm going to show you how to do these here in a minute. We've got a proven system on how to generate leads from loan officers. So how to reach out to these lenders, how to book appointments, and then scripts to convert them. And then from there, we've got leads finding you on Google and ChatGPT. So these you don't have to pay for. These are organic, but it takes a little while to start ranking. Multiple systems to grow your book every month, consistent growth in your agency. That's the name of the game, and that's what we're looking for. So just so you know, I'm not full of crap. Here's some screenshots. This is an email from one of our clients. So far, I've talked to 15 loan officers this month, and she was telling me I need to hold off on this for now. We booked her too many appointments, so we needed to slow it down. Here's another text from one of my buddies. Tyler, what did you do? We have like 7 home and auto quote call-ins this morning. I can't keep up. Tyler, you're killing it with these ads, man. Check this. 10,500 from Facebook ads today. So they wrote over 10 grand in premium. There's a screenshot, looked like from Agency Zoom. where they just wrote one household for $5,000. That's probably a standard household. Another, I checked a buddy's account. Dude, your ad is cooking, $5 per lead. It's crushing 4 leads a day on $20. I said, let's go. How's the quality been? So this was his second day in the program. He had 11 leads, talked to 4, and quoted 3. So it works consistently. Another guy sent me a screenshot. He'd written $15,605 that day. Dude, so $2,000 in revenue today, $900 per month in ad spend. So basically in one day, he doubled his original investment on ads. So it completely works. So like I said, our 4 pillars. So for meta ads, think about it this way. Everyone you know is on their phone. They're scrolling throughout the day. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. They're scrolling. You should be there too, but not consuming. Put stuff out there so that they can reach out to your business and do business with you. So the key is to not look like an ad. So the stuff we've found the most success with, ideally, is a picture of your family. It's a picture of your dog. If you have funny pictures with your kids, that stuff works really well. If you don't, pictures of your office staff, pictures of you walking in front of your office. Videos do really well. There's a catch-22. The quality from videos is going to be better, like the quality of leads, but the cost per lead is up a little bit. So try running both. Try a mix of video and images. For the video, you could literally just say, hey, homeowners, rates have been really high over the past few years, but they're coming down. You may be paying too much. If you want to find out for free, click the link below. We will compare all of the carriers in our area and let you know how you're doing. So the ad copy is where you actually do the selling. So what you want to do is you want to just say, hey, attention homeowners in Greenville, South Carolina. That's about where I live. Or you can do statewide and you can target all the residents in your state. And you can say, hey, rates have been really high. We were in a hard market. Stuff is softened now. Rates are coming down, but your carrier may not have adjusted these rates yet. Check with us. We'll check all of our carriers and show you how it's going. And if you're captive, again, say the same thing. We'll check with our carrier, State Farm or Farmers or whoever you work with. You guys have different programs and maybe adjusting faster than some of the independents or whoever this client is with. So they need to check their options. Some people say when they run ads on Facebook that the quality is bad. My thought process is they're just not doing it right. They're not qualifying enough. So I like to get the lowest cost per lead first. I want to get the lead cost down, and then I want to start increasing qualifying questions as we go. So the more questions you ask, the more friction you add. And so by adding friction, you're removing the tire kickers and you're getting to the better leads. So it's a slow process to test, but once it's right, you just keep dumping gas on that fire or diesel. We don't want it to blow up. So then the second pillar that we follow is loan officers. So really think about it this way, get in their head. What do they want? They want to write more business. They want to grow their business. They already have a job. They can afford to buy their own donuts. So you dropping by with donuts and a business card or some little phone holder, yeah, that's nice and all, but they can afford that stuff themselves and they don't need a business card. They don't need your card. They already have their own. They probably got 1,000 of them. They're never going to touch all of them. So what we like to do is we like to show people how to generate more leads themselves. So I have a training program where I teach people how to generate leads inside Facebook groups. I'll tell you a little more on the next slide when we talk about organic Facebook lead gen. But some people have done this running ads. Some people run first-time home buyer seminars. We do a good bit of that as well. We'll say, hey, we'll run a first-time home buyer seminar with you. We're looking for a really great loan officer. I'm going to talk about the insurance side. I need a great lender. Need an agent as well if you have any recommendations, a realtor. And so the 3 of you co-market this webinar, get tons of people on to watch it. You really don't care if anybody converts off that webinar or not. You're just hoping to build a relationship with the lender so that you get their referrals. And so once you do this, once you have rapport with the loan officer, you need to understand where the leads come from. So the loan officer has the relationship with the client, but the processor is the one that actually sends you the HOI request. They're requesting homeowners insurance. So how do you get in front of the processor to make them like you? The way that I like to do it is at the end of the meeting with the loan officer, I like to say, hey, we also have a training that we give to processors that shows them what to do if DTI is tight, which is debt to income ratio. If you've not worked with lenders, that's a big metric If DTI is too tight, then they can't close the loan. And so a lot of times they'll try to cut the premium on the homeowner's insurance in order to save it. So you say, hey, like I've got resources to teach your processor what to do if the DTI is tight, what to do if they need a faster quote turnaround, et cetera. Would it be okay for me to chat with your processor for like 10 or 15 minutes one day? I'll give them this training. It's completely for free. I'll give them some resources and I'll make sure they've got my contact info if they ever need anything. Is that fair enough? Well, that's not unreasonable. And these lenders want their processors to have all the resources possible. So they say yes, they send you an introduction, and now you're off to the races. Once you build rapport with that processor, you find a way to say, hey, I know you're probably sending your stuff to some other agents already. Here's what makes us different. I'd love the chance to get to help you. Has anybody ever given you resources like this? What do you look for on homeowners insurance? How could I help you? I'd love the chance to get just an opportunity to work on your business. And these people are going to be reasonable. So the next pillar, the third pillar that we work on is Facebook organic. So this is the free option. If you don't want to spend on ads, and if you don't want to spend the time building relationships with lenders, you can spend the time on Facebook. You could do all this from your phone. So people sort themselves on Facebook already. They're inside Facebook groups. So on the left bar, you scroll down, you go to groups, and you can search your city. You can search industries like contractors or real estate investors. People have already sorted themselves into these groups. So now you've got fish in a bucket, and you can choose who you want to prospect. And so the groups are a gold mine because you already know what they're interested in. So the first step, you do not go into the group and say, hey, do you want a quote on insurance? You go into the group and you be a real human. So go in there and comment. The best thing you can do is ask questions. When you ask questions, people engage. So an example for this is, let's say you're in a local community group. So you go to Greenville, South Carolina, Upstate Professionals. That's a real group, Greenville Upstate Professionals, or Greenville Young Professionals. So you go into this Facebook group and you can make posts in there and say, hey, what's the best pizza spot in town? I'm looking for somewhere to take my kids on Friday night. I promise you, if you do this, you're going to get comments, and Lord help you if you go and post like, who's a realtor you recommend. I have gotten 600 comments on a post before when I ask for who's a realtor you guys recommend. Roofers, your DMs are going to get blown up. All these guys are, I seen your posts on Facebook. Like they are, they're insane and they're going to blow you up. But if you do this, Facebook's algorithm is going to start seeing you as somebody that keeps people on the platform longer. And that's what they want. The longer somebody's on the platform, every like 4 posts, they're showing an ad. So they make more money when people are on Facebook for longer. And so by you helping do this, Facebook's going to start showing your stuff to more people, and not to mention the admins. When you create engagement in the group, it helps them. It keeps people in their group longer. So they're going to appreciate it, and they're going to be more likely to help you in the future. So as you create engagement in these groups, then you start telling stories about claims. You start asking questions about insurance. You post guides and resources. One that I did that used to crush is how to properly insure your Airbnb. I recorded a video, put it on YouTube, and shared it inside real estate investor groups. It's a super simple concept. A lot of times people aren't doing this right. And so I wrote a ton of business off a video that probably got like 500 views. Not many people checked it out, but I wrote dozens of policies just from following that system. So the final pillar that we do is website and SEO. So most websites are just digital business cards. It sits on the internet. It may or may not look like it was made in the year 2000, or it may look like it looks a whole lot newer. Obviously, you want a new looking website. You want to look modern, professional, etc. But one of the keys to ranking with Google and AI, I call it the service plus city. So you need to list out every service that your agency handles. So homeowners insurance, car insurance, rental insurance, renters insurance, umbrella insurance, etc. And then you need to have every city that you do business in, and even get creative about some of the services. Airbnb insurance, for that example, contractors insurance. So you want to make a web page for every service and every city that you do business in. So let's say that's 10 services and 10 cities. Quick math, that's 100 pages, not to mention your homepage, your about, your contact us, etc. So this is going to add up really fast. But the kicker is these aren't blog posts. It's easier for Google and the other AI platforms to crawl and read. And by having it as a page on your website, it positions you as an authority. And so that is going to help. That helps you start ranking higher on ChatGPT. But 90% of ranking locally comes down to your Google business profile. So I want you to completely fill this thing out. All you got to do, go to your Google business profile, make sure every single box is filled out. Now, don't check off stuff that you don't do. Like if your entrance isn't wheelchair accessible, don't do that. I'm just saying fill it out completely. And make sure you add every service that you offer. There's going to be stuff on there for auto insurance, commercial insurance, insurance agent, insurance broker, etc. Check off everything that applies to you. And then make sure your service area, like don't be picking cities that you do business in that are 30 miles away from your office. Yes, I know you do business there, but pick stuff within 15 miles of your office. Outside of that, Google doesn't know where you actually do business and you're not going to rank. The GBP, your business profile, is all about ranking locally on the map pack. When you Google something like roofer near me, there's a little map and it shows little icons of everything around you. And then it shows 1 or 2 ads, and then it shows 3 businesses. Those are the top 3 businesses. That's where we want you to rank. And people know now that the first 2 are paying to be there. They're paying for ads, and then they go to the next 3 listings. We want to land you there. So another piece of this is review velocity. So don't go out and text every single one of your clients today and say, hey, I need you all to leave me a review right now. Because if you get 50 reviews today, Google's going to see this as, oh, this person's probably spamming. These reviews aren't real, and they're not going to count all of them. So what you want is review velocity. You want to get 5 reviews every week forever. And so what I like to do is reach out to these people and give them something they like. Hey, we're doing a drive for Feeding America. For every 5-star review we get, we're donating 5 meals to Feeding America. Do you have 30 seconds to help us? People like to be charitable. They like to feel good about themselves, and you're giving them a resource to do that. Another piece that's important, post consistently on your Google business profile. This helps you start to rank higher and faster. I guarantee you this is where you're going to separate yourself from everybody else in town. So if you go look at the captives, like, dude, it's unreal. State Farm agents have like 900 reviews, every one of them. They all do so good at getting reviews. A lot of times they're not consistently posting. So in order to combat people that are getting reviews, you can be posting consistently. And this is a way for you to continue ranking your business higher. So here's some more screenshots. I promise you this works. So I was texting a buddy of mine. You can see up here, total ad spend is $1,082.92. And he sent me back a screenshot of the calculator. They had written $62,151 in premium that month times 15% commission. He's an independent agent. He made $9,322.65. So a 9x return on investment. So basically, for every dollar that he spent with us, he got $933 back. If you had a lever that you could pull and you had to put in $100 to pull that lever and it gave you $933 back, you would be so tired. Your triceps would be huge. You would be ripping that thing all day. That's what this system does. I promise you, if you put it all together, it does work. And believe me, Facebook ads have changed. The Andromeda algorithm is better than it has ever been. This is how you grow your insurance agency. Yes, it takes a little bit of money. This guy spent almost $1,100, but that month he did over $9,000 in commissions. So yeah, it took a little bit of faith on his part, but the good thing is you don't spend the $1,000 up front. You spend $30 a day, every day, and I promise you, it's not going to take $30 for you to get your first sale. So you're going to see it working in real time. So here's another guy. We've written $55,000 in new business this month, all just from ads. Don't have time for the other stuff. Can't keep up. I need a new producer ASAP. And I was excited. Here's some screenshots of some ads that we're running in people's accounts. So this is an outlier, $2.85. This is not the standard. Most people are like, you see 7, 6.94, 12. The average is probably $10 or $12 for a homeowner's lead. But you can see I've got a ton of people that we're generating leads for less than $7 a lead. It really does work. And so the math works out. If you're buying these leads and you're paying a vendor, let's say $25 per lead, the economics are just a lot different. You don't make money year one. So by purchasing leads so much cheaper, one, they're exclusive to you. So the closing rate should go up. You also have control over the quality. You know how these are coming about. A lot of times you may be purchasing these leads. You don't know how they generated them. You don't know how warm these people are. So by controlling the ads, you control so many more variables. But let's say you're acquiring leads for $7 as opposed to $25. You need to sell a third less people in order to have the same economics. And that works out really well. So now you can start acquiring clients and make money year one instead of having to wait for renewals. But because we go after homeowners insurance in our ads, these people have a home, they have 2 autos, they need an umbrella, they may need life insurance or mortgage protection insurance, whatever you want to call it. Like there's so many more ways to make money. And that's how we're having success. And so here's some other ones. Here's some agents we're running ads for. This guy, 151 leads in a month, 198 for $10.90, 129 for $7.64, 132 for $6.24. So this system works. I promise you it does. And so if you want my team to help you, we're happy to do it. There's a link below. You can go to our website. It's basically scalemyops.com/agency OS. OS stands for operating system. What do you get when you work for us? So we will run the ads in your account. I launch the ads within 48 hours of you signing up with us. Usually I can do it same day, but like if you sign up on a weekend, give me till Monday. You will get copy and paste ads and targeting. It is done, ready to go. Then you get the plug and play DM and post scripts that we use inside Facebook groups. You don't have to think about it. I've got video tutorials that train you how to do everything, as well as copy and paste templates. You don't guess, you just deploy it inside your agency. We activate our referral partner engine. So we will scrape every lender within 30 miles of your office. We send out outreach to these people, book them on your calendar. We book 2 to 4 appointments every week. And then I give you the script on how to convert them into referral partners. Replace your dead brochure website with a conversion first website. We will completely rebuild your site, and then we'll handle your SEO and AI upgrades. We have a community you can join. There's agents from all over the country. We talk about what's working, what's not. We help each other grow real time. And then if you don't want to touch the ads and don't want to manage them, we can do all that stuff for you on our end. So that's the basics. I hope this video is helpful. Feel free. You can take this stuff that you learned in this video, run it yourself. If you have questions, leave comments down below. I will help as much as I can. If you want somebody to just run this for you, I promise we're so much more cost effective than some of the other providers out there. I want you to make money because ideally, I want you to get so busy that you have to hire a virtual assistant and then you use us to get your VA. So I have a little bit of vested interest in it. So I want you to have success, but that's the basics of it. If you also have any questions or need help, visit Agency Shop Talk, our free Facebook group. We chat throughout that group every single week. We'd love the chance to get to help you grow your agency and be a small part of your success. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.